This is GAROUA Boulai, a locality situated some 250 kilometers from Bertoua in the east region of Cameroon. It shares borders with the Central African Republic. The locality got its name during the colonial era.
You know, during the colonial era, there were carriers who were accompanying the colonialists. And when they visited the chief of this area, who was called Mbulai at the time, Chief Mbulai gave them very good food, and after eating the food, they had to thank the chief, and they said, Chief Mbulai, we are very satisfied with the meal you have given us, which means GAROUA Boulai.
The original settlers of this town are the Baya people. Their main economic activities are agriculture, mining and fishing.
Agriculture, which is mostly carried out by the Baya people, who are the natives of the town, of the area. You have commercial activities, which are mostly carried out by Muslims who originated from the north and settled here. You have mining activities, which is being carried out by expatriates, especially from Asia, like Chinese and the Japanese. You have transport activity, especially the motor taxi sector and the trucks, which are transporting goods from one part of the country to another.
GAROUA Boulai, a town of legendary hospitality, also plays host to hundreds of refugees from the Central African Republic. They share the same cultures and traditions with the settlers.
When the crisis that rocked the Central African Republic started, our subdivision received about 50,000 refugees, repartitioned as follows. You have 25,000 refugees in the Gado Bajere camp. You have 6,000 refugees in the Tiomo camp, and then you have about 20,000 more refugees who are just scattered everywhere, every village and every quarter in the subdivision.
Cases of armed banditry, kidnapping for ransom, as well as a high level of prostitution are often reported in the area.
During the years 2013 to 2016, the security situation was worrisome. There was a lot of ransom taking. There was a lot of killing people. A lot of people were being killed by Central African rebels for nothing. And between these years, about 75 Cameroonians were taken hostage and taken to the Central African Republic and liberated only several months after. In recent years, there have been kidnapping of Mororo people who have cattle here and there for ransom and so on and so forth. And the ransom, sometimes they were released after payment of ransom. Sometimes they were released by our forces of law and order. Considering this preoccupying security situation today and the strategic position that the subdivision occupies, the head of state and the high command has paid a lot of attention to the security situation, to the extent that our subdivision remains one of the most secured subdivisions in the Republic as of this date. I will explain to you. Apart from the normal security service like the public security and the gendarmerie service that are found in all other ordinary subdivisions, GAROUA Boulai has a military battalion, GAROUA Boulai has a gendarmerie squadron, GAROUA Boulai has a detachment of the B, GAROUA Boulai has security services like SEMIL, like the DGRE, and the surveillance du territoire, which takes care of the security situation of the subdivision.
GAROUA Boulai is considered as Africa in miniature. Here, we find people from all the four corners of the globe that live together in harmony and peace. Cases of intertribal marriages are very common.
I am a stranger in this town, GAROUA BOULAI. This is my 7th month in GAROUA BOULAI. Living with the people of this place, I think it's a nice thing. The few time I've spent with them, I know that they are a friendly kind of people.
Many refugees and many natives have intermarried within themselves, thereby solidifying the sub-regional integration that we enjoy in the area.
GAROUA BOULAI, a town of legendary hospitality and a melting pot of cultures, is a must-go destination for many. If you plan to visit the northern regions one of these days, you can stop by to discover what this border locality offers.